Hello students, good afternoon. Today we will discuss our unit 3 My Shadow. In previous class we have finished unit 1 and unit 2, right? In previous classes we have done those unit. Today we are starting unit 3. In this we will finish our poem part My Shadow and its exercise. In next class we will see the unit 3 story part. Okay. So before we start the unit, when you walk in sunlight, you find your shadow, right? Correct. You are walking in sunlight, there will be shadow. If you are in your room, light is there, what you can see? You shadow, right? If there is a night is there, okay, there is no light, what you will do? You take a torch and you put through your hand, then you see in your wall what you found. Your shadow will be there in your wall, right? So those kind of different situation you might have seen, right? So let's see the story My Shadow. Do you know where whenever there is a light someone follows you? Have you ever wondered who it is? Right? So in the light if you see there will be shadow, correct? You have seen that in your regular life also, right? So we will discuss on that shadow. Okay, so I will read the poem and then we will I will explain it. Okay, that's it. I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me, and what can be the use of him is more than I can see. He is very like me from the heels up to the head, and I see him jump before me when I jump into my bed. Okay, then the funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow, not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. For he sometimes shoots up taller like an India rubber ball, and he sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. One morning, very early before the sun I was up, I rose and found the shining dew on every buttercup, but my lazy little shadow, like an errant sleepy head, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in bed. Okay, so let me explain it. I will read and I will explain. Okay, I have a little shadow that goes in and out with me. So, right, everyone has a shadow. Whenever light comes out in our on our body, there will be shadow. Correct. So, wherever we go, it will be with us only. Wherever we go, there will be light. Then our shadow will be there. Right. You notice in your regular life there will be shadow wherever you go, the shadow will be with you, or it means here in a poem it is with children. And what can be use of him is more than I can see. What is the use of that shadow? I don't see any use of that shadow. Okay, he's very like me from the heels up to the head. So from the heel of our body to the head, from bottom of our leg to our top of our head, it is similar to us only. It is the same like us because it is our reflection, right? It is our reflection on the ground, right? So it is same, and I see him jump before me when I jump into the bed. So when we jump onto the bed, what happens? Our shadow will be there in on the body because light is coming from upside. So our shadow will be in opposite side of the light, right? So opposite side, that is our bed, so there will be the shadow. You see here one girl is there, she is jumping on the bed, she trying to jump on the bed. You see, before she go into bed, her shadow is there in on bed, right? On bed, her shadow is there, right? So like that way, before me when I jump into my bed. So before I jump into the bed, my shadow is there. Then The funniest thing about him is the way he likes to grow. So, what is the funny thing about that shadow? That is how it grows, how it is growing. That is the funniest thing. Why? So, let's see the next line. Not at all like proper children, which is always very slow. So, the shadow is not growing like us. Like children is growing slowly, right? Day by day, they will year by year they will little grow, correct? But shadow is not growing like that way. That is the funny thing about that shadow. How? Because for he sometimes shoots up taller like an Indian rubber ball. Sometimes what happens when there is a shadow is there with a different angle, what happens? Your shadow will be too long, taller, too tall, and it looks like when you Indian rubber ball is there, you struck it in on ground, it will jump very high, right? So like that way, it seems a taller one. So that ball, like suppose this is a ball is there, okay, and I hit on this ground like this way. So what happens? It will jump like this way, very high. It will jump, right? So it is getting taller. So that way, it will get taller suddenly. It will not grow like children, and he sometimes gets so little that there is none of him at all. Sometimes what happens, sometimes light is coming that way, there will be no shadow because the shadow is below your feet like that way, so it will not be visible at all like that way situation also come. So shadow is sometimes is suddenly growing or sometimes is none of the views of there. It means shadow it will not be visible. Sometimes it will not be visible, and sometimes it will be too taller than you, or sometimes it will be smaller than you. So there is no proper shape of the shadow like a children. Okay. So what happens next? One morning very early before the sun I was up. So here Indian rubber ball is our new word. Okay. Indian rubber ball. I will explain all the new spelling. Okay. One morning very early before the sun I was up. In one morning before sun rised, before that I was up. I was already awake before that. I rose and found the shining dew on every butter cup. Okay. So there is butter. I woke up that day, and what I found that is shining dew. Dew means water drop. We call it as a dew. Okay. Water drop. We call it as a dew. Okay, student. So one morning I rose up. So I found a dew in on every buttercup. So wherever this buttercup was there, I found that dew. But my lazy, see, buttercup means a yellow flower. In our poem, buttercup we call it as a yellow flower. Okay, that is also a new word. But my lazy little shadow like an errant sleepy head. Errant means bad. Errant meaning is bad, not good. That is bad. So, but my lazy little shadow. So, my lazy shadow is bad, sleepy head. He is always sleeping like that way. In this situation he always sleeps, so it is sleepy head, bad sleepy head, or errant sleepy head. Okay, or completely in inattentive. Okay, had stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in a bed. So that because there was no sunlight, only the rain was there, or shining dews are there, he stayed at home behind me and was fast asleep in a bed. Also, it was a fast sleep in a bed. So here in the poem, what we understand that this shadow is don't have a shape because it is a reflection of our body. Correct? When sunlight comes on our body or any other lights comes on our body, so it we are obstacles, right? We are one obstacle to that light. So our shadow will be reflected on other side. Okay, like this way you can see here in the starting of our page. You see here this boy is putting light on his hand, right? So that way this is our obstacle. So this obstacle reflection will be on the wall side. You see here hand image is there, right? Because that light is going on a hand, so hand reflection will be there. So like that way we are learning about the reflection here. Okay, everyone has the reflection of their body. Okay, but it is not fixed because it depends on according to where, from where light is coming, at what different angle it is coming. It depends on that thing. Okay, so this poem is written by Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, who wrote this poem? That Robert Louis Stevenson wrote this poem. Remember this name of the writer of the poem. It is very important for every chapter. This poem is written by Robert Louis Stevenson. Okay, and the new words we have learned here are Indian rubber ball, that a ball that can bounce very high, that we call it as an Indian rubber ball. Okay, that we call it as an Indian rubber ball. Buttercup means yellow flower, a yellow flower, that we call it as a buttercup. Errant means I already told you its meaning of bad, not good. That meaning is errant. And errant sleepyhead means completely inattentive, or completely sleepy, or not attract, not awake, like that way. Completely inattentive means not active. It is not completely active. That we call it as a errant sleepy head. Okay. So here we have finished our poem. Let's see the exercise of it. Okay. So let me show you the exercise. Yes. So let's read. So what we are going to read here, that who do you think your shadow looks like? Okay. How your shadow looks like? We can say that shadow is looks like me only, right? It is like us only, so it looks like me only. Why do you think your shadow jumps into bed before you can? Because when I go very close to my bed, my shadow falls on the bed before I can go into it or into the bed. Okay, what time of the day do you think it is when your shadow is the tallest? Why? Morning, afternoon, or night? I think my shadow is tallest in the morning. Okay, I think my shadow is tallest in the morning. Right? Right. So let's see the solution of it. Here I have already explained the new words to you. Right? So let's see the solution of it. See, who do you think your shadow looks like? It looks like me. So I think my shadow looks like me. Correct. Then second one is, why do you think your shadow jumps into bed before you can? Because when I go very close to my bed, you observe when you are going your bed. Okay, that time you see when I go very close to my bed, my shadow falls on the bed before I can go into bed or eat. Anything you can write. So when I go very close to my bed, my shadow falls on the bed before I can go into it. And what time of the day do you think it is when your shadow is tallest, and why? So I think my shadow is the tallest in the morning. Why? Because sun just rise that time, so it will be at a 180-degree angle around. Okay, some tan angles it will be there, because that why what happens, the sunlight will be coming in your street, so what happens, your shadow will come other side. But in the afternoon what happens, your sun will be top of our head, right, at 12 o'clock, so it will be top of our head, so sunlight will go in a ground side beneath our feet, so it will be small, but in the morning it will be taller. Okay, tallest. That's why that is the correct answer, this is a morning. So let's see the next exercise, that read the lines from poem and answer the following. So we need to read this line from a poem. If you read it already, we just need to answer it. He is very very like me from the hills up to the head. So he is very very like me from hills up to the head, that is given. Okay. So these three questions are given. Who does he refers to? Who does me refer to? Why are he and me alike? So the shadow, what it refers, okay, in this poem, what it refers, he. In this poem, see this four line is given, right? Correct. So in this, he is what it referring. Me also is what is referring. Here, me what it is referring, and alike, like he and me alike. What this thing? He and me alike. So finally, what are these things indicating in this line? So we are talking about shadow, right? So shadow is a he. So he is very very like me. So he refers to the shadow. Me is refers to the child or speaker in the poem. And why are he and me alike? Because he is the shadow of me, right? Let's see the answer. Yeah, see. First one is, who does he refers to? So in a poem, what we are referring he, that is shadow. We are discussing about shadow. So he refers to the shadow. And me refers, what me refers, that is children in the poem or the speaker of the poem. We are discussing on that. That is a me. And why both are alike? Because we are in the poem we are discussing about the speaker shadow. So he and me refers to, he is the shadow of me. It means shadow of the speaker. That's why he is the shadow of me means speaker. We have already discussed question 1 and 2. So in a 1 we are discussing he for shadow, and second discussing me for speaker or children. So third can be, what can be, he and me, that is a shadow of speaker or children, that is me. So he and me are like because he is the shadow of me. That way we can give answer, right? So let's see the next exercise, that let's talk, work in pair and discuss the following. What would you do if a dog chase you? You have forgotten your homework copy at home and you are alone in a room and the light go out. So there are three situation is given. You see the image, one boy is running because dog chased him. So a dog chase you, what you will do if dog chase you, what you will do in this situation, you need to write here. Okay, and you have forgotten your homework, you forgot your homework like this way, so what you will do, that you need to write here. And what are you alone in a room and the lights out, when you alone in your room, what happens if lights goes out? So there is the three situation is given, what you will do. See, if dog chases, what you can do, you run faster than dog, right? To save yourself, what you will do, you will run faster than the dogs. And if you forgot your homework, what you will do, you will accept your mistake, that I would accept my mistake and say sorry to the teacher, because sorry teacher, I forgot my homework, like that way you say and accept your mistake, that you have done that mistake to forget the homework. Okay, and you are alone in a room when you candle. So let's see the answer how you can write it. So a dog chase you, what you can write? I would stop instead of trying to run faster than the dog. I would stop instead of trying to run faster than the dog. Because why you are stopping there? Because if you run, dog is faster than you. Dog will run faster than you. It will chase you and it will bite you. But if you stop, that dog will not run and it will not bite you also. So what you need to do, whenever dog runs behind you, you need to stop there. Okay. So I would stop instead of trying to run faster than the dog. Right. Second, you have forgotten your homework copy at home. So what you will do? I would accept my mistake and say sorry to the teacher. And you are alone in a room and the light go out. What you will do? You are alone in a room and light is not there. What you can do? I would light a candle. So this three answer is, first one is you will stop instead of running than faster than dog. Correct? You will not run fast and you will stop there. And second is the, if you forget homework, that you will accept that mistake and say sorry to the teacher. And if you are alone in a room, the light is go out, what you will do? I would light a candle. Right? You will light a candle. Okay, so these are the answer we have done here. Let's see the next exercise, that is fun time. So shine a torch behind your hands and see its shadow on a wall. See here, one boy is given in our book that it is shining the hand with light. So that way you try at your home. What you will feel? You will see the hand shadow on the wall. Move the torch a little away from your hand and see the shadow on the wall. Now what you will do? You will move the shadow. You will move the light little further. What you will find? You will find what you will find, that your shadow size will be bigger, because distance increases, that light will be spreading more, so your shadow will be little more. So what difference we will find, I will explain the answer here. Yeah, I have not written here. So what we finds there, yes, I think I have not written. Okay, I will explain it here. So do you find a difference the size of the hand? Yes, our size of the hand of the wall becomes smaller, or right, the size of the hand of the wall becomes smaller. So if you are moving near or far, it will change the size. Okay, your size will be increase or it will decrease. If you are moving from far, it will increase, and if you are moving near, it will be small or large. Like that way it happens. Okay, so you can identify if you are near and if you are moving far. See, if you are moving towards little far, what happens, that your hand shadow will get smaller. What happens, that your size will get smaller. But if it is near to your hand towards, your shadow size will be bigger. So what happens, when you are moving towards away from your hand little far, that your shadow size will decrease, it will become smaller. That will happen. So let's see the working together is a next exercise. Work in a group of 5. Make a large hand on a plain sheet. Mark the names of fingers, thumb and palm on the hand. Use the hint given in the box. For, middle, ring, small, thumb. Right? See this box we are talking about. Okay. So what we need to do in this exercise, you do at your home. Take one plain paper, put your hand there and draw all the things, your finger and hand, and then give the name for, middle, ring, small and thumb, all of your 5, 4 finger and 1 thumb. Okay, give the naming. That is your exercise. Like this way you need to create, like this is a thumb, then this is a hand like this way. Okay, so draw it in your way, your hand you need to draw. Okay, so that exercise you do at your home. So second one is do the actions as given below and observe which part or finger of your hand is being used. Okay, so in this, what you need to do, this action you need to do at your home. Point at a door, bounce a ball, scratch your chin, twist your ear, comb your hair, draw with pencil, touch a flower. When you touch a flower, so whenever you do these situations, what will happen? What are the fingers of your hand will be useful? You notice? Have you noticed this thing? No. So let's see one by one. If we use point at a door, we use forefinger, right? And bounce a ball, fingers and thumb, all the fingers and thumb. Then scratch your chin. What will do? Thumb and forefinger. Twist your ear. You are twisting your ears. What you will do? You will take a, touch your ear with forefinger and thumb, and then you will twist, right? So that way twisting. Comb hair means you are holding comb with all of your finger hand, right? All of the fingers and thumbs. So finger and thumb. Then draw with a pencil. If you are drawing with a pencil, what you will use? Thumb, forefinger, and middle finger, right? Three fingers, you two fingers and one thumb you use. And touch a flower, what? Forefinger you will touch, like first finger you will touch. So the fingers we use for this, I have wrote here. See, actions point at a door. So you are pointing a door. What you will use? You will use forefinger. Bounce a ball. So you will hold ball with your all forefinger and thumbs. So fingers and thumb. You are scratching your chin, right? So what are the things you will do? Thumb and forefinger you will use, right? In your chin, if you are removing some, you are making scratch, you will use this two fingers, one finger and thumb. That is forefinger and thumb. Twist ear. So you are twisting your ear. What you will use? Thumb and forefinger. Comb a hair. So you are making your hair with comb. What you will use? What are the fingers you use? All the fingers and thumb. Draw with pencil. You are drawing with pencil. Then what are the fingers you will use? That thumb, forefinger, and middle finger. So these three things you will use. And to touch a flower, you will use forefinger. Correct? So this you need to write. Okay. Let's see here. Fill in the blanks using one of the words given in the bracket. So here in a bracket, words are given like this way: which, who, whose, who, which, that. So all of these are given. So we need to fill in the blanks with appropriate one. Okay. So let's see the answer of it. Yes. You see here. I have not wrote answer here. I will show you with that. Okay. So okay, let me. Yeah, it is in center only. Okay. So for first answer, where is the child blank space parents have come to school? Where is child? Then whose parents? Who parents is not correct. Whose, right? So you are talking about the student. Which student? So we will ask whose parents have come to school. So the correct answer will be whose, right? I saw many houses and blank space were quite suspicious, right? So any house or we are talking, so what we will use? We will use, hence it is counting time, counting type. So you will use which. I saw many houses which were quite suspicious. So which is the correct one? So which house, right? Mathematics blank place is my favorite subject, is so interesting. So you are doing counting, right? you are indicating some qualities of that, so we will use which. So mathematics, which is my favorite subject. What is my favorite subject is not which is. So you are indicating about that particular subject, so we will use which, right? Which is my favorite subject is so interesting. The poem blank space you read out is so lovely. So something you read out means that, right? That is poem that you read out. The poem whose read out is wrong, which poem is not wrong. We are already know the poem, so we cannot use which. Whose means we are not asking question here. We are just simplifying that we are discussing on that poem. So that is the correct answer. So you read out is so lovely. I know the street blank space he lives on. So here, so where it is living? So which street? You are asking which street, right? You are addressing. You are asking some address. So you use which. The correct answer is which. So I know the street which he lives on. I like reading books. Blank space have a pictures in it. So I like reading one book, but which? So it has a picture. So which have a picture? So that book has a picture. So we will use which. So that is also which. I like reading books which have a pictures in it. So if you are confusing about how we use whose, which, so we will see in our English 2 that year time we will do this exercise again. Okay. The old lady met in your house is my neighbor. So old lady whom I met. So you are telling whom, right? Whom is a correct because so here you are talking about that subject like one old lady. So whom? So you are talking about whom I met. So I met that old lady. So you will say whom I met, right? I met old lady like that way, but you are making sentence like this. The old lady whom I met. That I met is wrong. Which I met, that is also wrong. Whom is the correct because it is indicating for person. So we will use whom. If non-living is there, we mostly use which. But here is a living person, lady. So we will use whom. Okay. So we have finished this exercise also. Let's see the next exercise. That is, what do you think is the name of the dog? Why is she called that? What color is she? Do you think she is friendly? What does she likes to eat? Okay, complete this description by answering the question. So we need to give the answer of this question. What do you think? Why? What do you? And what? These 5 questions are given. We need to answer these questions. Okay. So I already wrote it the answer. So I think the name of the dog is Shadow. Okay. So we need to write here few lines. If you notice here, write a few lines on Mithu and his little dog named Shadow. So here dog name we already know, that is Shadow. She is called so because she follows Mithu wherever he goes like Shadow. Okay. Why is she called that? Because she is called so because she follows Mithu wherever he goes like a shadow, right? Because why it called shadow? Because wherever it goes, the shadow comes with it, right? Which color? What color is she? Third question is what color is she? That is, she is of a gray color. Okay, in our story, it is gray color. Fourth question: do you think she is friendly? Yes, she is very friendly. And the last one is what does she like to eat? She like to eat bones and bread. You see the image, you just notice this image and you can give the answer. So we are talking about the shadow and why is she called that? Because wherever it goes like a shadow. What color? It is a gray color. And do you think she is friendly? Yes, it is. And what it eats? That it eats bone. Okay. Yes, bone and bread. So we have given this answer also. So let's say aloud that we need to speak these words loud. I will speak once. First one is a show, then sheep, then shell, shadow, sheep, shad, fish, dish, wish, bush, wash, brush. Right? Show, sheep, shell, shadow, sheep, shad, fish, dish, wish, bush, wash, brush. So you need to try to pronunciation this. Okay. So let's see, the one poem is given. We just need to read it. Okay. When the sun shines, I can see my shadow right in front of me. When I walk, my shadow walks. When I hope, my shadow hopes. When I jump, my shadow jumps. And when I stop, my shadow stops. So in this poem, what says that in sunshine I can see my shadow. You observe yourself. In when sunshine is there, you can see your shadow also, right? So when we walk, it also walk, and when we hop, that time also it hops. If you are jumping, then shadow also will jump, and if you stop there, then your shadow also will stop. So that is the poem says. So you need to read and see in your life how it is there. Okay. This poem is written by Louis Binder Scott. Louis Binder Scott. Who wrote this poem? Louis Binder Scott. When the sun shines, I can see my shadow right in front of me. When I walk, my shadow walks. When I hop, my shadow hops. When I jump, my shadow jumps. And when I stop, my shadow stops. Right? So we have finished our poem here. Okay. So let's see the spelling words of the day. So spelling words: delicious. Delicious means tasty, highly pleasant to the taste or delightful. Desert. Desert means waterless. You see our Kutch desert are there. Rajasthan also is a desert. So where water is not there, or where we cannot vegetate, right? There is no vegetation, we call it as a desert. So desert means desert. Spelling has a little different, only one s is added. So dessert means the sweet course eaten at the end of the meal. So in when we had our meal, after that we will add eat some little sweet, right? So that we call it as a dessert. Details means you are giving some full information about, okay, your individual fact or item. We call it as a details. Give your answer in detail, so you will describing all the thing, correct? So that we call it as a details. Determine, so you are bringing or come to an end. Determines, you are finding some solution, that you have determined this cause to occur in a particular way. So you are doing something in a particular way or bringing some outcome, that we call it as a determine. Dictionary. So you know the dictionary. For English we use dictionary, right? So a reference book on a particular subject, the item of which are typically arranged in alphabetical order, right? Our dictionary arranged in alphabetical order, so in that way it is ordered, that we call it as a dictionary. Difference means a point or way in which people or thing are dissimilar. Difference means the different two people, if we are seeing, so both have a different point, right? So there is a dissimilarity, that we call as a difference. Different, difference and different. So not the same as another or each other. So two student cannot be same, right? So both are different. So that we call it as a different. Difficult means it is very hard, that we call it as a difficult, needing much effort to understand. So you are not able to understand anything, so you will require more effort, that we call it as a difficult. And the last one is a direction. So course along which someone or something moves. Okay, so you are going straight forward, so you are going in a straight direction, yeah, right? Left direction, right, or you can north, south, east, west, any direction which is indicating, right? So a course along which someone or something moves, so in which direction you are moving, so that way we say is right. So the direction shows a course along which someone or something moves, with along someone or someone is moving. Okay, that we call it as a direction. So here we have finished our poem as well as our spelling word and exercise. So in next lecture we will discuss the our story part. Okay, we will discuss our story part and new spelling words. Okay, so in your homework you need to write down this exercise in your notebook and textbook both. Okay, write the spelling word in your notebook once, and in a rough book you can write it 10 times, sorry 5 times. You need to write this spelling words 5 times. Okay, and read and remember these spelling words. Okay students, we will discuss story part in a next class. Thank you.